And we're going to get right to that breaking news tonight as former top aides, attorneys, and allies, all close to Donald Trump with that in common, have now just been charged in the state of Arizona over their efforts in the fake elector scheme to help Trump desperately try to overturn the election that he lost and to keep himself in power. 11 people in all have been charged. Among them, Rudy Giuliani, former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, Boris Epshteyn, a name you may not be familiar with. This is the first time he's been indicted, but also a former Trump aide, who I should note remains to this day one of his closest top advisors. Also pro-Trump attorney John Eastman, former Trump campaign lawyer Jenna Ellis, along with 2020 campaign official Mike Roman. Donald Trump himself, you don't see his picture there. He's an unindicted co-conspirator, we are told. This indictment includes charges ranging from conspiracy and forgery to engaging in fraudulent schemes. This is Arizona's Attorney General Kris Mayes announcing these indictments tonight.
The people of Arizona elected President Biden. Unwilling to accept this fact, the defendants charged by the state grand jury allegedly schemed to prevent the lawful transfer of the presidency. Whatever their reasoning was, the plot to violate the law must be answered for, and I was elected to uphold the law of this state.
And let's get straight to the source tonight with Cassidy Hutchinson, a former top aide to Mark Meadows and now a frequent target of Donald Trump's after her explosive testimony before the January 6th committee. And Cassidy, it's great to have you here tonight. I should note, we had already scheduled an interview with you before this news broke, this indictment that was just handed up in Arizona, that it doesn't name your former boss because his name is redacted, but CNN has confirmed that Mark Meadows is one of the people who has been indicted here. I mean, this is now the second time he's been indicted. What do you make of this?
You know, Caitlin, it's, I mean, the indictment did just drop, so I haven't had a lot of time to process it. I've said for a long time, since the day that I decided to come forward and comply fully with the January 6th committee, that I hoped Mark already had been doing the right thing with the Justice Department. And I've said every time I've been asked since, and I believe this way, that I wish that he would. So, I think it's unfortunate that it at least appears that there are still people not complying fully with their civic duty that they owe the American people. But I can't really say I'm overly surprised at this point either.
Why do you think you're not surprised?
You know, I think when looking back at the last few years, there have been a lot of people, not just Mark, people in the former president's orbit, some who have also been indicted, but people who are also just complicit in their silence around things. And I think whether you are close to Donald Trump or you worked for Donald Trump, we all owe the American people the truth about Donald Trump. We owe them the opportunity to know who he actually is. And it's not easy. You know, I was very loyal to Donald Trump when I worked for him, and it took me a long time to make that break. There are a lot of consequences that you have to weigh when you make the break with Trump world. But what I fear more is the deceit that Donald Trump will continue to perpetuate if more people don't stick up for the truth.
It must feel really surreal. You worked with Mark Meadows on the Hill. I remember when I was covering the White House and you worked there, and you were kind of everywhere that he went. You were on Air Force One, you were in his office, you worked right outside of it. It must feel really surreal to see him get indicted a second time.
It's really sad. I was really close with Mark. I really believed in Mark as a principal. That's why I chose to take the job with the Chief of Staff. So, it's difficult to see him in this position. But I think on the greater scale, too, if we look at how Mr. Trump has conducted himself through his business career and also his political career, I almost relate it to just bodies around him. He takes out everybody who is loyal to him because it's all about his personal gain and what he can gain from those people. Donald Trump is inherently about himself. That's why America is in the position that it is today, because he did not want to give up the presidency, and he's now running again. He's been indicted in multiple jurisdictions.
It reminds me of what Bill Barr told me. I mean, he was sitting in that same seat that you are now, and he said that Trump kind of leaves this path of carnage in his wake of people who sign up to go work for him and then end up, with their names in an indictment.
Yeah, and it's, people go I would hope for the most part you go into public service to serve the American people. And it's incumbent upon all of us, whether you're a public servant or a citizen of this country, to make sure that we're maintaining our democratic institutions. Donald Trump does not show respect for our democratic institutions. In fact, I would argue he shows the exact opposite. He shows contempt for our institutions. But when you sign up to go into public service, that's not what you sign up to go into. And I think there are a lot of people who, like myself, who believe they're going there to do the right thing and to serve the American people, and they get caught up in something that's so much more dangerous than they actually anticipated. But I think there are some people that went in with their eyes wide open, and unfortunately they knew, and they feel that their loyalty is owed to Donald Trump. In this next election cycle, especially as we look ahead towards the Supreme Court arguments starting tomorrow, it's really important to stress that the American people were not given the truth about Donald Trump in 2016, and he won. He almost won in 2020, and he very well could win again if the American people are not made aware of who he actually is.
Do you think Mark Meadows is one of those people who went into it with his eyes wide open, that he knew what he was getting into?
You know, I can't comment on that specifically. I can't crawl into the psyche of Mark Meadows. At the time that I worked for him, I believe that he wanted to serve the American people. But I can't comment, especially now, on how he sees his role participating in some investigations or not at all.
And you haven't spoken to him in a long time.
No, not since January 20th, 2021.
Wow. I mean, he has kind of downplayed his role in the fake elector scheme, which is what these former Trump aides and those close to him, Rudy Giuliani, Boris Epshteyn, are getting indicted for here. What do you remember about, what he was doing between when Trump had clearly lost the election and up to January 6th?
Mark was involved in almost everything. He was feeding a lot of information to a lot of different people. So some days I felt that Mark would acknowledge that Mr. Trump had lost the 2020 election, and Mark had believed that himself. But then there would be other days while I was working for Mark where I would sort of question my own belief in that, because it seemed like he was also feeling the conspiracy theories and the lies surrounding the 2020 election. Now we have the power of hindsight, and thanks to a lot of the work done by the January 6th committee, and also what we have known from limited public releases from Jack Smith and his team, it's a lot more intricate than even what I knew. I was privy to a lot with Mark. I was not privy to everything. So when I look at his role in the post-2020 election, he was involved in a lot, but he also knows a lot. He's a person that has critical information, I believe, in every single investigation. He owes it to himself, he owes it to the American people, and he owes it to the duty that he swore to defend and protect the Constitution, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to every investigator.
Did you talk to investigators for this?
I'm not going to comment on investigators I may or may not have spoken with in the past, but what I will say is, moving forward, I will comply fully with any cooperation that they ask of me.
Do you remember Mark Meadows ever saying that Trump did lose the election in that time period, like acknowledging that he had lost?
Yeah, I mean, Mark and I had conversations as early, I can't remember the exact date off the top of my head, but about potentially moving to Florida with the former president. Mm-hmm. Mark was having meetings with people about a Biden transition. So there were times that Mark would seem to acknowledge these things. And it's consistent with the testimony that I've given to every investigative body that I've spoken with in the last couple of years, which
is a few.
it's many at this point. But then there would be other days too, though, and some of it has been released, but he was texting back and forth with more of the team crazies about promoting these conspiracy theories, and he was putting this information in front of the president too. So, again, it's difficult to hypothesize or speculate about what Mark truly believed. I'll leave it at that.
You read through this, and there's all these names of Arizona state officials, people who worked in the White House and the Trump campaign, that are indicted here in this fake elector scheme. The one person who's not, this is how we figured out that it was Mark Meadows, is because it said he was unindicted co-conspirator one's chief of staff. Unindicted co-conspirator one is Donald Trump. I mean, what do you make of the fact that Rudy Giuliani, Mark Meadows, Boris Epshteyn, Christina Bobb, they're all indicted here, but Donald Trump is not.
Yeah, I have not had time to read through it. It's a bit curious because this is the first indictment that has been brought where Trump is not.
I guess Michigan, but yeah, he was indicted in Georgia,
true.
obviously.
Correct, along with everybody else. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure on that one.